Hey you guys, welcome back to another video. I thought of some more stuff that I thought I would talk about a little bit in a video for YouTube. I have some video ideas written in my phone, so I thought we would sit and I would chat about that a little bit. So there's just ideas that I've thought about while I was away from YouTube. And one of those things is how I'm not worried about asking for help when I need it. With having cerebral palsy, I know that I have limitations and I have certain things that I need help with, like, for example, taking stuff out of the oven. I am not worried about if I need help. I just ask, and if I need help with, sometimes I need help with opening something, or it can be something so small, but I'm not worried about asking. I'm not worried about asking for assistance. Now, with that being said, I always try and do things my own way. I try to figure out a way to do things, and those things, it might look different than how other people do things, but I still try and figure out a way to do it myself. But I'm not willing to get burned or stuff like that with taking stuff out of the oven for just to not ask for help. So, and that's why I use things like the countertop oven, or because then I'm not bending down trying to reach something, grab it, and then put it up. It's easier to use things like that. And I found in the kitchen there's so many different tools that I can use. Like, instead of using a knife for peeling stuff, I use a peeler. And just little things like that. So, what else is on my list here? Let's have a look. And my hope is, ever since I started sharing my life, my hope is to always just encourage one person. If I can give somebody the hope and the encouragement to feel inspired, then that's what means a lot to me. I get comments all the time. People are like, "You're so inspiring, you're so encouraging," and that always makes me feel so good. Like I said, having the ability to do, there's so much I can do. Even though I have cerebral palsy, there's so much that I can do. Those things might look differently, but that's okay. It's okay that they look differently, and it's okay that it's just a matter of finding what works for me. And so, and like I've always said, cerebral palsy, the cool thing about it is it looks different for everybody that has it. So one case to another looks different. I follow a couple cerebral palsy accounts online that their cerebral palsy journey looks a lot different than mine, and that's okay. That is the beauty of having cerebral palsy, is everything's different and it looks different for everybody, but if you find what works for you, then that's what works best for you and your case. I'm fortunate because there's so much I can do on my own. I can walk, I can talk, I can do things, and I'm so grateful for that, because they thought I was going to be a vegetable, basically. And we proved with therapy and with surgeries and stuff and working hard that I am able to do so much. And I don't know, it just feels so good being able to do those things and have independence. Yeah, it makes me so happy that I can help with projects and I can help do things. And like I said, we didn't know if that was possible when I was born, and we didn't know what the future was going to look like, but being able to do things and the way that the approach we took really, I think that's what set me up for success. So I'm very grateful for that. What else? So one of the hard parts about having cerebral palsy sometimes is how the weather can affect my body. Like when we're going through a cold snap in winter, that can cause my legs to be sore. And I know I've talked about this before, but it can be hard to do things. But even on the sore days when I am sore, I always try to, just still get stuff done and whatever. It might be at a slower pace, but I still strive to get things done and be productive and whatnot. And that's how I kind of handle sore days, is just having doing things at my own pace. And I don't do things constantly. Like I'll do something and then I'll sit and I'll take a break, and then I'll go do some more stuff or whatnot. Like just before I sat down to film this video, I put my laundry on and that kind of thing. And the other neat thing about cerebral palsy that I will mention, the pain I experience, it never fully goes away. Lots of days it is manageable and I can do things and not really notice it. But there are some days, especially in the winter or when weather's changing, that's when I notice it the most for me. But yeah, it's kind of cool how, like, when I tell people that it never fully goes away, they're surprised. But that's just another neat fact about cerebral palsy. What else? Another cool thing that I thought I would talk about a little bit is I was held back in kindergarten and grade 2. And the reasons for that is because I wasn't understanding what I was learning. So we thought it would be best to hold me back in those grades. And honestly, you guys, it paid off because I got the building blocks to go on to other grades, and I managed to get my high school diploma. And that was a big accomplishment for me because I knew I wanted to. I knew since like grade 8, grade 9, that was a goal. And we made it happen. And every year I had to prove myself that I can do this. I knew deep down I could do it. And I said to my mom, I said, I can do this. I said, it might take a lot of work. It might be, a lot of homework and lots of studying and stuff, but I know I could do this. And so every year at the end of the school year, my mom and I would go in and we'd evaluate how my marks were and whatnot. And in grade 11, I transitioned to regular high school classes. And that was a really cool experience. I was actually just talking about this last night. I worked my butt off and I got my regular diploma, and it was so cool how I set a goal, I made it happen, and I worked hard and I got it. And proving myself, proving to other people that I was capable was amazing, because, again, just because I have cerebral palsy doesn't mean that I'm not capable of doing things, and I didn't need just the certificate. I wanted the real deal, and we went for it, and I worked hard. My mom helped me a ton. Yeah, so it was kind of cool how I set those goals and it happened, and we made it happen. So yeah, I love when you can set a goal and you can see results and you can feel good about those results. And that's like my fitness routine. I know in my last video I had talked about how I started a fitness routine, and I worked hard at it, and I achieved the goals that I set out for myself. I reached those goals, and when I reached those goals, it felt so good, and I was so proud of myself. Same thing with school. I worked hard, and I told my mom and I told teachers that no, I want to do this. I know I can do this. And we figured out a plan, and I had my program plan, and my program plan traveled with me from kindergarten to grade 12. And I reached my goals, and it just always felt so good to reach them. Now, when I was in school, when I transitioned to a bigger school, because in elementary school I was always in smaller schools, and then in junior high and high school I went to a bigger school, and that's when I noticed, I guess, that I was different, because I was treated kind of differently, right? I had a harder time making friends and whatnot, but there was lots of lonely days. And if I could go back and tell my younger self one thing, it would be hang in there. Even though it's hard, even though you're lonely and you feel like nobody likes you, and those types of things, those types of intrusive thoughts, I would just tell myself, keep going, keep putting one foot in front of the other, because it's worth it. You'll get there, and you'll get through it. And you know what? I did. I got through it, and I'm proud because I worked hard at school, and I worked through those lonely days. How I got through those lonely days was a lot of walking at lunchtime, listening to music, that kind of stuff. Music has always been a huge part of my life, and it's the thing I use when I'm lonely. Like, when I'm going through something, I turn to music, and I did. Like, I would listen to my iPod at lunch hour, and I would, listen to music in the mornings, like when I was waiting for class to start, that kind of stuff. But yeah, if I could tell my younger self anything, it would be keep going, keep fighting, it's worth it, you'll get through this. And I did. I got through. And so if you're going through something similar, just know you can do this, you can get through this, you'll be okay, and just keep fighting for what you believe in. And it can be hard, but it's worth it. So yeah, you guys, this is just some stuff that I had written down in my phone that I thought I would sit down and film for you guys. I know it's been kind of all over the place. I just wanted to get you guys caught up on things that I wanted to chat with you guys about, and I had originally planned for a Q&A for this week's video, but I didn't get enough questions to make a video for a Q&A, so I decided, well, and then I was flipping through notes on my phone and I came across my video idea, so I thought I would just put all my ideas together and film a video for you guys. So thanks for watching, you guys, and I will talk to you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.